Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, this is Allegro and I created this channel to inspire, motivate you guys. So I talk about all things books. I do book reviews over here, and I love sharing what I've been reading and hopefully books that I think would inspire you and entertain you, and just something that you would take away from in a good light. And also we talk business. I give you guys my business tips. For those of you that don't know, that are new here, I am an entrepreneur and I love sharing, some of the highs and lows, in the hopes of inspiring you guys that might be or are startup entrepreneurs or aspiring to be startup entrepreneurs. So that's what I do, and I'm hoping to add more content here. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section what you guys would love for me to share more of, minus my private life. As you guys know, that is off limits. But I know somebody asked me on Instagram if I could do a closet tour, and I know sometimes I post snippets of my shoe closet and people are like, oh my goodness, how many shoes do you have? Can you do a closet tour? So that might be in the works, and I don't mind sharing that, and also things from my kitchen and me cooking. I will be doing more videos for you guys, all things cooking, so do look out for that. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about a book that I have been reading. You guys might know the author, very popular on social media. A lot of people love quoting her. Sometimes I think people quote without knowing who the author is. It just sounds great, and you're like, oh my goodness, I can relate, but you don't even know who the author is. So I'll be talking about two of her books that I just recently read. I'm currently reading her second one, and I love it. I absolutely love it, so much so that I wanted to share it with you guys. So it is Rupi Kaur, and I hope I'm saying that right. Kaur, Kaur. Yeah, let's just call her Rupi. I absolutely admire her. I love her courage, and I love how she can just really pour her heart out as an author, as a poet, into books that just literally will change your life and your thinking. And sometimes I feel like we think that we go through things alone, or you feel like no one else could be feeling the way that I'm feeling right now. And then you delve into a book such as this, Milk and Honey by Rupi, and you start to think, oh my goodness, so people do actually feel the same way that I feel, or people have felt the same way and have gone through what I've gone through. So it's normal. I'm not alone. I'm not overreacting. I'm not exaggerating. And that's what her book does. It's absolutely amazing. I've heard about it. I've seen quotes flying around, but I always take my time. And I finally decided, let me get her book, and I absolutely love it. It was a New York Times bestseller and number one, of course. And when you go through the book, it's no wonder she's a number one New York best-selling author. And this book will take you through four, call it chapters, some shorter than others, but it will take you through four phases, four chapters, and that is the hurting, the loving, the breaking, and then the healing. And the way she just writes her poetry, some very simple, it might even be just like four sentences, four little lines, and you're like, ooh, light bulb moment. I never thought of it like that. And some are obviously more lengthier than others. But I definitely think that if you're into poetry and if you are into heartfelt writing and honest and vulnerable and not afraid of just pouring your heart out, and if you're in a phase where maybe you've had your heart broken and you're trying to pick up the pieces, or you're in a phase of love and you're happy and you are with a partner that you just want to embrace and share life together with, it will take you through all those journeys. It will take you through, there's a chapter on abuse. I think as a little girl, she might have gone through abuse or known somebody that went through that by a close relative, and she talks about that in her poetry. And you pick up bits and pieces as you go along, and you put them together, and you think, oh my goodness, what a powerful thing that she could just pour out in a book that the whole world now picks up and reads. And I love by the end where she says here, about the book. I'll just read it for you guys. Again, you know my book reviews. I don't want to give away too much that you guys don't end up getting the book. I want you guys to just, go out, get it, read it yourselves, and come back and share in the comment section what you guys think about it. But it says here about the book, Milk and Honey is a collection of poetry about love, loss, trauma, abuse, healing, and femininity. It is split into 4 chapters. Each chapter serves as a different purpose, deals with a different pain, heals a different heartache. Milk and Honey asks readers through Milk and Honey takes readers through a journey of the most bitter moments in life and finds sweetness in them. Because there's sweetness everywhere if you are just willing to look. I mean, come on. And just by the end of the book, Rupi says, this is the journey of surviving through poetry. This is the blood, sweat, tears of 21 years. This is my heart in your hands. This is the hurting, the loving, the breaking, the healing. So that's why I say I admire her being so vulnerable, being so honest, and just pouring her heart out and sharing her experiences at such a young age. And I know I followed her on Instagram. She was also a Forbes 30 under 30 honoree. I'm not quite sure which year. So she's done amazing work in I guess in poetry as an author, in literature as a whole. And I know she is currently done with her 3rd book, which should be coming out sometime pretty much soon. I'm looking forward to that. But while I wait, I decided let me get her 2nd book, which I didn't hear much about, but I knew there was a follow-up book from Milk and Honey, and I did get that, and that is The Sun and Her Flowers, and it is absolutely amazing, especially as a follow-up to this #1 New York bestseller, also a #1 Sunday Times bestseller. What I love the difference between these two, again, it's still poetry, but with The Sun and Her Flowers, she writes in a more light-hearted manner. You can tell that it's almost like she's free, because she poured her heart and everything that she had been through, the hurt, the pain, the loss, as she says in Milk and Honey. And when you get to The Sun and Her Flowers, yes, there are still parts of her poetry where she talks of pain and losing someone, or a relationship ending and then you blaming yourself, but it's not as in-depth as Milk and Honey. It's not so much about the trauma that she went through and the trauma that she's seen other people perhaps also go through, but more of just more lighthearted, and I feel like also more embracing herself as a young woman. I mean, she now takes loss as, okay, well, it's not my fault, as opposed to in Milk and Honey, she would reference to feeling like it was her fault that things fell apart, feeling like she wasn't good enough. But now in The Sun and Her Flowers, it's almost like, okay, great, a relationship ends, but I know you're going to miss me. I know that I was perfect for you and you're the one that messed up. I know that I'm whole without you. And she owns that more. And I love that. I love that about her writing, and again, just her being vulnerable. I love when authors, same applies with artists, singers, that can just really pour out their hearts and you feel the lyrics, you feel the words that they put out there. That for me, I connect a lot with, which is why I'm absolutely loving Rupi's books. And I can't wait for the 3rd one. Not even sure what it's titled. I do follow her on social media, so you can just also hit the like and follow button. Rupi _ I think Kaur, or it's just Rupi. But just search for her on Instagram. You'll love her work. You'll absolutely be, inspired to also just live in your truth, speak your truth, tell your truth, and don't be embarrassed, don't be shy, don't feel like you are not enough. And when you go through certain things in life that knock you down, you still want to get up and you still want to live and you still want to love again and again and again, which is what is so inspiring. So I am not yet done with The Sun and Her Flowers. I just started it over the weekend. So when I am done with this, I'll give you guys a full review of what I thought. And of course, I will also do a review on her 3rd book when it comes out. I'm definitely getting that one. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, kindly do so if you love the content. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.